Hello again, YouTubers, it's Ultimate SpongeBob 11 back here again on the SpongeBob channel, and today we have our SpongeBob news roundup for June of 2019. So first off, I want to begin the video by thanking all of you guys watching, especially folks that have subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much for 8,000 subscribers. So we took a pretty long while to get to 8,000, but you know, it's 8,000 now. So again, to everyone who did subscribe, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching the videos and liking and, you know, commenting. So I really enjoy doing videos on YouTube. It's just a hobby, and I'm glad I'm able to share some SpongeBob goodness with you guys, you know, every month nowadays. I've been pretty busy, so I'll be heading off back to the United States for another vacation in the coming days. So that means that there will be some unique SpongeBob content, such as a remake of our Nickelodeon store at the Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota. So make sure to stay tuned for that. We'll put that up probably after I get back from the trip. But yeah, there may or may not be new random clips that show up on this channel and on the Other Stuff channel. If you're interested in aviation, go over to the Other Stuff channel, and there I'll be posting flight experiences. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, that channel is for you. All right, so we've got a lot of news to cover this month. June 2019 was really packed, especially in the first half of it. So again, I'm making this on June 26th, and this video should go up on June 27th. If any big things do happen in the world of SpongeBob in the next couple of days, I'll post it on Twitter. But yeah, for now, this is all I have for the video. So first things first, Pantone. They actually launched or at least two special colors, SpongeBob Yellow and Patrick Star Pink. Now this was announced on May 30th. I didn't manage to cover this in last month's video, but basically the main point is that they decided to dedicate a color for SpongeBob and a color for Patrick, which is pretty cool, I guess. I did not wear yellow or pink on June 4th as I was going to work, and those colors wouldn't really be suitable for work. So nonetheless, it's pretty cool. You know, we have exclusive colors for everyone's favorite sea sponge and everyone's favorite sea star. So yeah, great stuff from Pantone and Nickelodeon. So now moving on into the really huge news. I was actually planning to do Sponge Talk videos for a couple of these topics that I'll be moving into in a moment. The first of which, SpongeBob SquarePants CG animated. Prequel series Kamp Koral has been green-lighted by Nickelodeon. This was announced on June 4th of 2019, and basically Nickelodeon has given a 13-episode series order to Kamp Koral. It's a working title, but it sounds pretty weird, to be honest. Kamp Koral, a spin-off of the network signature SpongeBob SquarePants, and the show will be CG animated and introduces 10-year-old SpongeBob SquarePants during his summer at sleepaway camp. So it's a summer thing, you know. I don't know about you guys, but I think they're just trying to get to snatch over some ideas from Gravity Falls, you know. I really liked Gravity Falls. You know, when I first saw summer at sleepaway camp, sounds a little bit like, you know, the Pines twins spending their summer at Gravity Falls. But we'll see how things go. It's probably not going to be the same in any way, shape, or form, but we shall see. So now 13 episode series order. I assume that is 13 22-minute episodes. It could be 13 11-minute episodes, or it could just be 13 sets of 2-segment episodes. So that's 26 11-minute episodes like the normal series does. So we don't really know much about the details yet, but I would assume they would probably follow the same format as the main show. And of course, I wanted to do a Sponge Talk video specifically because there has been some controversy over this spin-off regarding, Stephen Hillenburg's desire not to have a spin-off for SpongeBob. And of course, I've got my own opinions as well. And I didn't manage to have time to do those, so unfortunately, I didn't do those videos. But regardless, also one thing to note is that the plot for Kamp Koral is somewhat ripped off from the third SpongeBob movie. So it looks like they were thinking along the lines of the movie, and they decided, hey, you know what, this plot actually can be its own show or mini series. So that's what they decided to do. They decided to take that plot line out of It's a Wonderful Sponge, which is kind of weird, and we'll see how things go. But basically, in the series, SpongeBob and his pals spend the summer building underwater campfires, catching wild jellyfish, and swimming in Lake Yucky Muck at the craziest camp in the kelp forest, Kamp Koral. Mark Cicerelli and Vincent Waller, co-executive, produced the prequel. So, just a quick, bite of one of my opinions. I think that it's great that there is new SpongeBob content, but of course, Stephen Hillenburg didn't exactly feel like a prequel or a sequel was appropriate for SpongeBob, and the fact that Nickelodeon decided to go ahead with it is a little bit mean in a sense to Stephen Hillenburg's legacy. And also, I have more of a bone to pick with the plotline, because it sounds like this show actually belongs on a actual kids channel like Nick Jr., so for preschoolers, something like that. And until they do release new details about this show, it sounds, way more childish than SpongeBob already is. I think SpongeBob is already really childish, and I still enjoy it. But, there is a limit to how much childishness, is that even a word? Childishness? Like, how childish it can get. And this plotline does sound a little bit too childish. So, only time will tell when we finally get to watch that prequel that Nickelodeon is developing right now. Then we will know what the show is all about, and of course, we'll be able to review it at that point in time. So regardless, this has a long runway to go, and what does also have a long runway to go is the all-new, I kind of set it to, this SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Yes, you heard that right. Probably you already knew this. I am just rounding the set of SpongeBob news up for June, so it's kind of like a recap. I posted this on Twitter on the announcement day as well. Are you ready, kids? The cult classic is back, faithfully remade in Sponge-tastic splendor. Play as SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy, and show the evil plankton that crime pays even less than Mr. Krabs. Want to say Bikini Bottom for lots of rampant robots with your mighty bubbles? Of course you do. Want to underpants bungee jump? Why wouldn't you? Not in real life, of course. And want to join forces in a brand new multiplayer mode? The battle is on. Alright, so there are some screenshots. I'll just put the screenshots, or at least the concept art on the screen here. And we have SpongeBob, we have Patrick with the Hambot, Sandy with those smaller robots, and even a photo of King Jellyfish in Jellyfish Field. So one thing I gotta say is that, firstly, this game is not developed by Heavy Iron Studios. They did not have anything to do, even from a consultation point of view, which is kind of disappointing because it was their project after all. Then again, intellectual property belongs to Nickelodeon, so that's why they're able to license it to other parties, which I'm still okay with as long as Purple Lamp. Purple Lamp is the studio in charge of developing SpongeBob SquarePants Rehydrated, and they are a company based in, I believe, Austria. Vienna, Austria, and this is one of their first projects in the video game scene, so it's pretty interesting to see what they will do. So far, the photos that you've seen are actually pretty high quality and they look pretty good. So I think it's gonna be pretty awesome, the game, of course, and it's actually available on Amazon right now for pre-order. But before we get to that, the Steam site is up as well, and plan release date when I'm ready. So yeah, not too much details there. We do know languages. There is 11 supported languages. You can see all of that right there, and it's in the action, adventure, and casual categories. System requirements are all I'm ready. And let's see, game features. So you can play as the 3 characters, meet countless characters on the beloved series, faithful remake, and high-end visuals, modern resolutions, and carefully polished gameplay. Horde mode multiplayer. So that actually sounds pretty cool. You know, it reminds me of the combat arena from the SpongeBob movie game. For up to 2 players, online split screen, restored content that was cut from the original game, like the Robot Squidward boss fight and more. So now the Robot Squidward boss was actually included eventually in, firstly, the Battle for Bikini Bottom Game Boy game, so that was there, and also it was sort of put into True or Square, so in level 7 where you had like the one-eyed Squidward robot. So yeah, that was that. But the concept in Battle for Bikini Bottom was slightly different, so I look forward to see what they have to offer. Regardless, it is available for pre-order right now on Amazon at a very affordable price of $29.99. I'll leave links to the pre-order sites, pre-order listings in the description box below, and you guys can go and pre-order it if you haven't already, because you know it's gonna be worth it. $29.99 for such a great game. I'm gonna be getting the Nintendo Switch version. I don't even have a Nintendo Switch right now, but I'm gonna be buying it for, you know, Pokemon that comes out at the end of this year, 2019. And yeah, release date is still pending, so they just set it at December 31st, 2020. I would assume they would release it in the summer of 2020, since they announced it this summer. I think 1 year is a decent enough, reasonable enough time frame for them to work out all the quirks and stuff like that. And yeah, Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. That's really gonna be awesome. So now, moving on. Dylan's Candy Bar goes to Bikini Bottom with limited edition SpongeBob SquarePants 20th anniversary collection. So now, I will actually be able to visit one of these stores in New York City specifically, because I will be visiting New York City this July. And it is kind of limited edition, so I don't even know if the products are still going to be available. The Krusty Krab Lollipop available at $6. Water, I need it, water bottle, $15. Best Day Ever socks, $18. That sounds interesting, although it's a little bit pricey at $18. And a 12-piece chocolate bar set with all of your favorite SpongeBob quotes at $16. Now, I think for this item, if I do see it, I'll just probably take a photo, because, I mean, if you eat it, it's gone. So, yeah. The collection is inspired by the sense of whimsy and optimism that is shared by SpongeBob and Dylan's Candy Bar. Of course, there was a meet and greet on June 15th. That's already over. And yeah, that's kind of about it for the Candy Bar thing. Our final order of business. Nickelodeon Press here. Nickelodeon brings SpongeBob SquarePants' Bikini Bottom to life at the Comic-Con International in San Diego, California, this July 18 to 21st, 2019. Nick's 18,000 square foot booth commemorates 20 years of the iconic series. Now, unfortunately, I did not plan my US trip to coincide with Comic-Con, which is kind of a bummer, because this is a event I definitely want to take part in. And you know, I missed out on the 2013 SpongeBob fan celebration, and I was kind of disappointed about that. So I'm also very disappointed that I'm missing this one. I will not be heading to California at all on this trip, because I don't have much of a reason to in the time frame that I have. But regardless, there will be activations. What is that? Activations. What does that even mean? Panels, talent signings, and interactive design elements featuring the Krusty Krab, the Chum Bucket, and Mrs. Puff's Boating School. There will be an interactive game inside the Krusty Krab where fans will go head to head. Okay, to complete food orders in a race against the clock. A photo opportunity with a replica of Mrs. Puff's boating school chum bucket towering 22 feet tall. Well, that is pretty interesting. You know what's even more interesting? Retail area. Yeah, that's what I'm interested in. I really like SpongeBob merchandise. Okay. Autograph signs with SpongeBob SquarePants cast members. Okay, so we've got a panel for the SpongeBob Big Birthday Blowout special episode, which is, by the way, premiering on July 12th. Mark your calendars. I think it's 7:30. And yeah, the best part is I will be on a flight at that time, so I'm gonna miss the actual worldwide premiere of that episode, which is such a bummer. But it's unfortunate. I have to get to Seattle from Minneapolis, so you know, what has to be done has to be done, right? Okay, there is a customized t-shirt station, which is interesting. Autograph signings. I think a retail one would be the thing that I'm most interested in. And yeah, so anyone going to Comic-Con in San Diego, please, you know, tell me about it. You know, tell me about your experience, and maybe if you even want to help me purchase some merch, I would love that opportunity. But anyways, that is about it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, favorite, comment, etc. Our news roundups have been getting longer and longer, so hopefully in July there'll be less news. But then again, that's not a great thing, because you know, you want more SpongeBob news stuff. You want well, more news from Nickelodeon, right? Since it's SpongeBob's 20th year. So again, anyways, keep it right here on Ultimate SpongeBob 101. I'll see you guys after my American trip. And maybe I'll just post a couple of videos while I'm on a vacation in the United States. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next video. Bye!